Welcome everyone to the Top Gear Philippines podcast, episode 7. I've lost track. Ang dami na namin episode. I'm Leandre.
This is Carlo.
I'm Dinzo.
And today, tatlo lang kami kasi some of the guys are out. Anyway, today medyo short yung agenda natin. Let's start with the news as per usual.
Yeah, the news. I think the big one this week was the Guadalupe Bridge closure.
It's gonna be closed for 17 months but starting October 2025 pa naman.
Wow.
The outer lanes lang yung matitira. All hell will break loose.
Outer lanes will be closed.
Outer lanes will be closed pala.
Oo.
So yung, my God, imagine, it's a big bottleneck as it
It's
is.
huge
Like,
bottleneck.
especially with Kalayaan, JP Rizal, diba, coming in.
Yeah, where our office is, but also, all those viral photos
my.
that go out. You see the bridge with all the red lights. So just imagine how much worse it'll get.
Oh, well, if anything, at least medyo luluwag yung bago mag-show underpass.
That's true.
Are we gonna look for a temporary office?
There's an existing office somewhere sa Pioneer. Joke lang.
Lilipat tayo Makati CBD just to stay away from JP Rizal. But you live near there, so it's gonna be a problem for you.
It's gonna be a problem for everyone, I think. But
Spill over yan eh.
I think it'll be a little bit less problem than an earthquake taking down the bridge. Because the reason why they're closing it down is to earthquake-proof it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's noble endeavor.
Maybe we will try a remote podcast for the first. This is perfect time.
17 months yun, boss.
Ay, okay.
Yeah, but they did say naman na they're going to open like extension bridges on the side. So let's see.
Still gonna be a problem, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to our marketplace finds of the week. Carlo, you want to start this off? This week pala, our theme is Wagons, as requested by me.
Yes,
Sign
because
up.
Leandre did win the challenge last week.
So hard.
So I'll start us off. I picked out a Subaru, but not the Levorg. It's actually a bit more underrated for me. It's a Subaru Legacy wagon with 54,000 kilometers for less than $500,000, about 485,000 pesos.
Don't you own a Subaru wagon already?
I do, but that's the Outback. No, but we're just picking things that
Yeah, I know.
interesting. But
Would you get one?
I would get a Legacy, yes, because the Legacy's got a turbocharged engine, all-wheel drive, and it's a wagon.
So basically, you're Outback.
It's an Outback that's not lifted.
Yeah, it's more of the legit wagon talaga.
Oh.
Have you driven one, like the Legacy wagon?
I haven't driven a Legacy wagon. I've driven the Legacy sedan.
Is it
And-
all-wheel drive also?
All-wheel drive. They're all all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Deans, I think you drove the wagon before. A real-time pa to, actually.
Along mga 2010?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah, this one was
Maybe.
Whoa.
2013 Legacy. So
Wow.
about that time.
Yeah, vaguely 14 years ago. I do like the Levorg though.
The Levorg is a good one.
That's a more recent memory. I do like the Levorg.
I would have chosen the Levorg, except it seemed a bit... I think I've picked it already before.
Yeah.
For one of
I
these
think,
marketplace finds. So I was like, sige, I'll try the other one naman. Well, that was me. I think we'll save Leander for last because he did win this last challenge. So
Do you have
I didn't know there were rules.
we're making the rules as we go.
Dinzo was in Paris last week for the Paralympics.
Bonjour.
Kaya he missed the memo.
And that's also why he's wearing that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I haven't watched it. There's still Olympic dust here.
Dapat pinapirmahan mo kay Carlos Yulo eh.
Actually.
I should have.
You missed your chance.
Yeah, we have a short interview with him.
Stay tuned.
Very nice guy.
Stay tuned.
So wagon.
Yes.
In my saved list is a G wagon. Oh. It did.
Fine.
It does say wagon.
Attorney, is this in violation of the rules of the engagement?
I thought you said X6 kasi mukha siyang wagon.
Oh, but
Fine.
I looked at my list.
That's
This
true.
is more kasi you might say don't follow your rules.
It does say wagon.
G-Wagon.
Okay.
1998 Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. I've always liked the G-Class. Always. Ever since I've seen it in the late 90s in Japan. This is a 1998 model. The great thing is they kind of look the same. When I see the current G-Class, there is an all-new G-Class. I have to squint a little. I'm good with cars, but I have to look at the taillights
Yeah.
give it away. The taillights and the headlights, but I don't know. I like weird cars, but I like how blocky and uncompromising the G Wagon is. So that's also the reason why I like the Jimny.
I was supposed to say.
Yeah.
That's why you like the
So
Jimny.
this is 1998 model, 4 million. Which sounds
So expensive.
It's really expensive.
For a 30-year-old, almost 30-year-old.
60K mileage, no?
But that's low.
Yeah.
60K
So
hard off-roading lahat.
yeah, we'll probably won't take it off-roading. Just put nice wheels on it, and I've always liked the G Wagon. It's stupidly expensive now.
Especially for a car that old. But I did, B-Boy did tell me na there's only a set number of G-Wagons of that age in the Philippines. And
Yeah.
everyone's looking at them because the prices just keep going up. So as soon as someone's ready to sell, there's already a buyer.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it just keeps going up. So
So good for those who held on to their... B-Boy has a G-Wagon.
he has a G-Wagon.
Yeah, yeah.
Older G-Wagon.
Older. Yeah.
And there was a time when they weren't really luxury barges; they were just practical off-roaders. Well, the street started out as a military vehicle. Argentina, right? I forgot. The Shah of Iran. There was a government that requested for a contract for G-Wagons. But I just like how classic they look. I mean, times change, but they look so constant and they still look classy and confident and powerful. And yeah, so there's my wagon contribution.
Okay.
We'll discuss later if it can participate. But sige, Leander, what's
For
yours?
my wagon contribution, it's a 2017 Mazda 6.
Of course.
798,000 pesos. So you know what it is. It has 41,000 kilometers on it. Now, interestingly, I picked this out without realizing na yesterday I was gonna meet. Shout out to Ike of Go Flat Out, who just got his long-term loaner of the 20th Aniv Mazda 6.
Ay, wow.
Wow.
Which is really good. He's gonna have it for, I don't know, half a year yata at first. Anyway, for the longest time, gino-joke ko siya na, uy, in 5 years, I'm gonna buy your Mazda 6. Because I actually drove it recently. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still a very, very good car. The Mazda 6. I like how it drives. Even if you're a passenger at the back, okay.
Yeah, I've had a Mazda 6.
Oh yeah, you had a Mazda 6.
I had
You changed the
Rafi's
wheels.
Mazda 6. It had the Rota 20th anniversary pa yan? Or, yeah, those bronze mags. No?
Yeah, I remember.
The problem with the Mazda 6, and I ran into this, was the check engine light would come on and off and the lights would be like flickering. And I was wondering if it was a problem with the battery or the alternator or both. Apparently not. It was a problem with the iLoop. And the iLoop, the capacitors they give out after 5 years. So it's a inevitability. And the problem there is it also costs a lot.
I remember I asked Ike about that. Pero so far, his Mazda 6
How old is it?
hasn't 6 years, I think, or 7. I think 2017 din yata.
Yeah, yeah. Getting there, so it could be a bit dangerous because when I did it, had it changed, I had to order it from Japan through Steven, 125,000
Oh, shit.
for the capacitor, and it was back ordered for like 3 months.
The thing I like about the Mazda 6, because you know how the newer Mazdas are very sleek and leanis without the lines, but the Kodo design language is really there. It's evident. But I still like the previous gen models. I keep saying how I like the older Mazda 3, the previous gen Mazda 3, with the chrome, with the one that looks like the Mazda 6. That's why I still love the Mazda 6.
No,
Kasi
it's beautiful. This Mazda 6, and love the way it looks. And there's a reason why it hasn't changed.
I guess it helps that there wasn't a next gen like the Mazda 3 na with the newer design language. So it doesn't look dated at all.
And the interior is super nice.
Yeah,
like
it's really nice.
It's a really nice interior. My problem with mine was it was a white interior, so
Oh, man.
it's a scratch up siya and your jeans stain it, ganon. Pero
Bose sound system pa.
Bose sound
That's
system.
really, really good.
and Mazda offers a free upgrade for CarPlay and Android Auto.
Ah, yeah, I
You
remember.
just drive it to your dealership and they can install Android Auto.
Ang problema ko kasi doon, ang liit nung... Like the head unit is really small.
It's not meant to be touched. You
Yeah,
have the
you have the
iDrive
board,
thing,
yeah.
which they do better than BMW's iDrive.
Yes,
So-
very much. Very much.
They do it so well that the next generation of Mazda's infotainment, it's not a touchscreen anymore. The CX-30, the Mazda 3, you can't touch the screen anymore. It's just but it's responsive.
It's responsive, it's quick, and I think that's all you could ask for.
Good enough, yeah.
Okay, so I think we have to vote on of our 3 cars,
Which is the best pick?
which is the best pick.
It's gonna have to give it to Sir Dinzo.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
because of the sheer.
Just the fact that the word wagon is in its name, I think is.
So I didn't see it coming. It's
didn't see it.
because of that.
I didn't see it coming. It was saved here, and then I didn't know the team. It's fate. This is Marketplace finds fate.
So the next podcast, if you're gonna be the next one, you get to pick the.
You
theme
get to
for
pick the
that.
category.
You get to pick the team.
And the category cannot be X6. Huh?
Ano bang
Category X6.
ano bang mahirap?
X6.
Ano bang mahirap?
You let us know. Surprise us next week.
Sige.
Okay, so supposedly we're gonna have a question of the week, but let's go first to what we're driving this week.
Yes.
So since Anton is not here, he's supposedly driving the facelifted Montero Sport with the illuminated grille.
Yeah. We
you
were
guys
supposed
seen
to
it?
ask him about
Have you
it.
guys seen it?
I saw pictures of it.
Parang may ngipin yung Montero pag gabi. Like, may ganun sa grill. Which is kind of weird, but I don't know if it works for people, I guess. But anyway, what Charles and I are driving this week is the Miata Cup car. Mazda Philippines offered actually Banawe Boy to break in the Miata Cup car, one of two, but unfortunately, the other one was sold. Steven was telling us earlier today na may dumating, checking it out, like, okay, bilhin na namin. So, it was brand new. Walang na-drive pa, 0 kilometers. Yun, they bought it. So, nangyari, the two cars we were supposed to drive, naging isa na lang. And Banawe Boy left it with us. So, thanks, Alex. So, we're
Thanks,
gonna drive it
Alex.
tomorrow for, I don't know. And I know I knew we were gonna enjoy it. I just didn't know how loud it was gonna be. I think it was because it has Cusco suspension, roll cage, everything, racing seats, 5-point seat belt. But my God, the exhaust, it's so freaking loud. It's so loud. And diba, the soft top doesn't really have a lot of sound deadening.
No,
Or
never did.
And my God, yung papunta dito, the best I could do was 6th gear at 100 kilometers per hour. It's at around 3K RPM. That was
So it's
bearable.
lower. It's got geared lower. Pa.
Yeah. So it's kind of bearable. At least Charles and I could hear ourselves talking. Kasi when we were at like 4,000, like we were gunning at ng konti sa SDX, 4,000 RPM, wala. Sisigawan na kayo sa loob. Pagbaba nga namin sa warehouse kanina, nasigawan namin sina ate na, hello, bud! So, my question is, I didn't really think this through, but I just realized now. Would you daily the cup car for a week if you had it?
No.
Assuming
No.
you fit in it. Assuming you fit in it.
No.
No. Not easy, no.
Easy no.
I wouldn't daily the manual Miata if I had one.
Really?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh.
Ulysses Ang, car guide, has one, but he chose a Matic because he knew he was gonna daily it. Or at
Matic
least
RF.
use it for everyday.
Siguro,
Yeah, he chose a
siguro
Matic.
factor din for me where I live. Kasi it's not always traffic where I am.
That's true. That's true.
That's why
Kasi
I would daily it.
You're just coming out of the. I mean, you've seen the traffic in front of the office, diba? So
Kung nasa decimal ka, Sir Dinzo, would you daily it?
Ganito yan. I still believe that the purest experience of the Miata is a manual. The purest. But if you opt for a Matic, you'll still get the experience, but I feel it might be diluted. So how much that dilution is the factor.
I guess it's
Maybe-
kind of big.
Maybe 10% I can live with. Maybe.
I think you lose maybe 15%.
Alam mo,
Ako-
ito finally enough, Alex before this had the manual Miata. He used to own a Matic Miata. They owned an ND1 and an ND2, both Matics.
Yeah.
He can't stop talking about the manual na he drove last
No,
week.
but remember those
This is sobrang
those
enjoyable.
Matics that he used to have are older Matics. I think those are 4.
That was ND1.
ND1 and ND2.
Those are
Tas ngayon,
Na Matic.
Na Matic. Then he drove the ND2 na manual, the MCP20, the one you borrowed before, the one with the blue top. He kept raving about how much he enjoyed it.
It's gonna be, with these cars, it's gonna be a personal choice because I've tested the RF Matic ND2. Those Recaro seats are tight, huh? Like, guys,
Yeah.
they're tight.
They are.
They're really for Japanese men. I think my internal organs got a little reorganized. But you get the experience. I went to Kainta, opened the top. You get it.
yeah.
But there is a higher state of zen with the manual. There is.
Yes, yes.
There are mental states you unlock when you drive a Miata. Try it late at night from Tagaytay, back roads to Laguna.
That's
that.
perfect. Yeah.
Leandre, parang you'll reach a place beyond time.
Nirvana.
Hindi, honestly,
And
parang
then,
there's
and then you hit traffic and suddenly
No, if you do it at night,
this
you
was
won't
at
hit
night.
traffic.
You know
Yeah,
this. You know that what racing drivers talk about. You just
The zone.
enter the zone,
Yeah, yeah.
and then time stops, and then nothing. I'm not. I have nowhere near that talent, but that's the beauty of the Miata. It brings it down to you.
Yes, that's true. That's
It
very
brings it
much
down to
true.
your. I was going only mga 50 on those back roads, 50, but it stopped. The time, yeah, but the manual is more pure, but I don't know. It's a personal choice.
To your point, actually, I'm not a race car driver, but I'm driving a cup car, and I very much feel like I enjoy the race car experience with this cup car. I wouldn't daily it, hell no, but I would love to try it out on the track. Like I can
Yes.
imagine myself driving that cup car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun. So for
Yeah,
that lucky kid
yeah.
whose parents bought him the other
was a
cup
kid.
car, it was a I think high schooler or college kid na.
Oh, yeah.
For that
I
lucky
want to. Can we swear? Can we swear? I want to swear.
You can swear. I'll just bleep it out.
Yeah, bleep it out.
No, I want.
Pero,
I want
yeah,
to swear.
imagine, like, I can imagine, like, how fun it would be on the
Yeah,
track. So,
yeah.
No, but like a manual is the manual Miatas for me. It's the perfect point A to A car. So you leave the house, like in your case, you go up Tagaytay with the only goal of coming back to the house. It's not really to drive for a road trip. Ganun. It's really that singular experience,
because you can enjoy the drive.
enjoying the
Pure.
drive. Oh.
But yeah, purest driving experience. I guess purest Miata experience is the manual. The rawest. It's just like, it's
Yeah.
raw as heck.
But if you need to take it home and you're gonna hit this traffic, just put
Yeah.
me in the automatic, please.
I pity Charles though. There's a fire extinguisher in the passenger seat and he's been sitting there for more than an hour.
But it should be interesting because we don't normally get to drive a cup car on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah.
But I've also tracked the ND1 during the launch in 2015. Stock. It's not bad on the track.
I can imagine. It's fun.
With no racing
Nothing.
modifications. It's
Yeah.
quite decent. That's why there's such a big following for Miata racers.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
In the future, let's do like a Miata episode.
Yes.
One of these days. I would love to do a Miata episode.
I would
With
love to
everyone
drive a
involved.
Miata.
But you just can't fit.
I mean, I can fit in the new one because the new one, the steering wheel actually telescopes na.
You should try
The
the cup
ND3?
car.
Yeah,
The
the
NDT?
current one, the steering wheel can move. Before, they couldn't. It just goes up and down.
The
So I
cup car
guess.
moves.
Yeah.
Pero aftermarket na kasi yun eh. It's a,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But my head also scrapes the.
Ako, Miata episode game.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the future. But I guess that's that for the question of the week.
Oh, quick question of the week. And it's a very simple one. Dinzo, yes or no? Is it time to get a hybrid versus a gas car?
Oh, it was time in 2010 when when Toyota came out with the Prius for me. Hybrid. I've always been a fan, and I remember when I first drove the Prius, I was amazed that now cars have always had one engine, but now you have two. You have an electric and a gasoline engine, and the computer just chooses for you. And at that time, my mind was blown how this has evolved. The automobile has evolved. And then they said electric would be next, but maybe not yet. There's a worldwide pause on
the
EVs
electrification.
because the reality is the reality is more complicated than people thought. Is it time to get the hybrid? Yes. The challenge I can foresee in 10 years, you will find out how much that battery costs. 10, 12 years. It's a long time.
It's a long time.
But you do save a lot. I tried Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid from Manila to Clark for one of their events. The gauge barely moved.
Yeah.
A lot of it was highway, but that thing just sips gas. And I was talking to one of the big bosses in Toyota, having lunch with him, and they say a hybrid is still gas, it's not an EV, but it's all about reducing carbon emissions. And the hybrid also does that.
Yeah.
So you can't say either or. They're all electrified. They're all help the earth somewhat. So I think yes. And there are really no pitfalls. You still gas it up. You don't. There's no forgetting to charge it.
Which happened to my mom.
And that's one thing. For EVs, you forget to charge your phone. There's a power bank. There's a friend with the charger somewhere. You forget to charge your electric car.
Yeah, my mom had to park it and then wait for my brother to pick it
Yeah.
up.
And if it really dies, you tow it. If it really dies on the road, you tow it. I hope it's not something we have to experiment on. What happens when an EV dies? Yes.
Oh.
Are we? Questions. Is it time to get the hybrid?
Yeah, between hybrid and gas.
It's a great time to try. And now they're going lower. Now the
Toyotas.
Yaris Cross
Toyotas are
is a
getting-
hybrid. No coding.
No
Your
coding.
RAV4 was down like $500,000, diba?
Yeah, and our friend Ina from Nissan arrived in a Nissan Kicks, so it was a nice red shade. Yeah.
Okay. So, ikaw, Leander,
Very
time to get a
much.
hybrid? Yes.
Very
no?
much, yes.
Very much. So I think
for
we're
years now.
all in agreement na it's been a couple of years and hybrids have always been a thing. I've been selling hybrids when I was in Lexus in 2009, 2010. We had the CT200H and it was a big deal for us, diba? So
Yeah.
And Lexus was an early adopter.
until
in
now, they
hybrids,
have a full hybrid
so-
lineup.
Okay.
So that's the question of the week. It's simple. Is it time to get a hybrid and gas? I think Anton's friend was the one who was asking.
Yeah.
And the answer is quite frankly yes. It's about time na rin.
Okay, so I guess that's it for this week.
That's it for this week. Yeah.
Very quick episode with us three. So I hope you guys enjoyed our episode this week. Next week's gonna be more fun, I hope, because there's gonna be more people.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been very, very, very busy. But thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you in episode 8. Or you'll see us and hear us. As
ya.
always.
Thank you.